Yeah. Just want to make here. I've got a bit of bloody sore throat. Just a quick video. Quick vlog actually. I was alright this morning, but it's bloody got a lot worse this afternoon. You get these. One of my mates is dealing with a bit of bullying at the moment with his next door neighbour. That my mate owns his property, and this bloody next door neighbour is giving him a bloody lot of grief. And don't ask me why, but my mate's been burring up. And I said, that knucklehead, mate, he just wants you to throw one on him. I said, whatever you do. I said, don't do it. Don't do it at all. Because he's a dead shit. And I'd say he's just wanting to sue me, mate. Because me mate gets a bit fired up. And I said, I know that this character's up to, mate. But anyhow. Oh, Jesus, this bloody throat. It feels like I've been chewing gravel. Just real quick one on this. You know, I said to me mate Bill, Willy Wonka, we'll call him Wonka. I said, mate, you've done a bit of knuckling in your day, and like Bill get on the grog and get into a few punch-ups. Most people have. But I was sort of pretty lucky growing up. I'm from a big family. Bill was too. He was the baby of the family, Wonky. And he could always knuckle up, and he's very strong. But my older brother Peter, my younger brother Russell, more so my brother Peter, he's always been right into boxing. And he done a lot of amateur boxing and a lot of training when he was a young fella. And what's happened is he had a boxing troupe going that they used to go around to amateur boxing tournaments, and he had about a dozen young fellas boxing. Oh, there goes a great big bloody F truck. Holy hell, F350, new one. And he'd have a lot of boxing going, and the beggar could really look after himself. And she's parked in the wrong spot there. You can't park there, love. Anyhow, so that's okay. Peter's he can look after himself, and he's bloody used to spar with me, and he'd make me just look like a peanut. But even though I look like a peanut, I'd still be a lot better than most people. I'd still be a lot better than most people, because he'd spar with me and I couldn't even lay a glove on him. But so I got picked on a bit, and I used to knuckle up a bit at school. That was no worries. Had one bloke on to me one day about being a little short ass, and I said, well, you keep that up, mate, you'll see what a short ass bloke can do. And lo and behold, he threw a bit more shit at me, and then she starts throwing a few bloody haymakers, and I popped him with jabbed him on left hand, so I popped him with a couple of nice right jabs, and then I ripped him one straight up, an uppercut right up the short rib, and that folded him. Then he was squealing, and my uncle always used to say, issue out a bit of torture. So then I latched onto him and bit him. He didn't like that, I can tell you. He squealed like a stuck pig. I probably should never admit to that. But anyhow, then there was this other bloke, Anthony, I used to work with when I was on the council, being a bit of a dickhead one day. And, oh, bloody hell, we got cars going here everywhere. They're going to the pub. I think they're going to get on the juice. Hang on, I'm going to woof whistle to this old bird walking up the road here. I'll try. Just listen to this. Who's this hottie? Who's this hottie? Oh, geez, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't do that, should I? Anyhow, so this bloke's giving me a bit of shit about being a little bloke, and I said to him, little bloke, you get a bit concerned about little blokes? I said, I would. I said, I'll give you a little story. Who's the most treacherous murderer you know of in Australia? And I knew he'd say straight away, because this bloke's always always on the news, and I don't know if he done it, I don't know that. I'd say he probably did, but you know, he never admitted to it. Ivan Milat. And he goes, Ivan Milat. I said, yeah, mate. Yeah. 5'8". Well built, 5'8". Anyhow, then Anthony's there, and you know, I said, well, on the world stage, on the big dance floor, who do you think? You know, just ones that spring to mind in America, like real fucking killers, natural born killers, supposedly. And I knew he'd say it because he'd obviously read a bit of stuff. Charles Manson. I said, yeah, 5'2". I said, so don't ever underestimate little blokes, that they can be pretty fucking evil. That's a fact. Not me. But, you know, you never ever, blokes that I know that can really knuckle said, never judge a book by its cover. And if you got someone that's got a big lot of fight in them, and they've been taught how to fight a bit, I'll take a fair bit of stopping, especially if they don't mind damaging people. But I don't mind seeing a few punch-ups for the simple reason, this day and age, they say in America the culture is to shoot people. Well, that's pretty final. And in Australia, they start pulling knives and stab people now. Well, back when I was a young fella, you'd just have a punch-up, and if you got rolled, that was it. And I got a fair few floggings at school by blokes that were just too good for me, but that was it. Alan Smeaton was one. I used to be able to knuckle a few, but Smeaty just come up and I thought I'd throw a few punches at him, and well, guess what? He was about 20 times too good for me. And to this day, I haven't seen Smeat for a long time, Smeaty, but bloody top bloke. But shit, he could look after himself. He was one of the fellas that started cage fighting on the Sunshine Coast in the probably in the late 80s. And he kicked that off. But look, I'm going to leave it at that. My bloody voice is getting really bad. So it's Friday. It's up past 4 almost. And I was going to have an early one today, but it just hasn't panned out. I've just non-stop. It's a bit of a bastard actually. But anyhow, I just wanted to let you know about that one. I think it's not a bad little story. But it's always, like I said, you never judge a book by its cover. So I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that's bloody sore. Sweno Mick from Swenson Mowing and Sweno Mick from my YouTube site. I'd really like if you tick like and subscribe. No one ever does that for me. I don't know why. I don't know if my videos are just shit or what. But anyhow, we'll leave it at that. Oh, God. I'm bloody flat out swallowing. Sweno Mick, great horny toadies. Oh, I wonder if the missus is home yet. Oh, no, she's not home. Great horny toadies. I'm going to leave it at that. Sweno Mick out. This is bloody a lot longer than I was expecting. But what happens when you start talking about stuff like that? But yeah, I don't like bullies, but it's always good to stick up to bullies because there's plenty of them around. And if you don't mind having a bit of a knuckle up, guess what? Sometimes them bullies can get brought down to their size pretty well. Sweno Mick out. Have a good day.